Hello again, I am Jim Bob. Welcome back to American Outback. We are a good halfway through harvesting our biggest field, the field 119 combo. Helper A has just finished his task. That's our 450. Cultivating away. In fact, let's get him started to save us having to pay the higher costs, seeing as we own this equipment. Let's get him working on this field. He can run up and down. It'll be kind of cool to see it in the same shot as well. Because we haven't really seen that much of it since we bought it, unfortunately. But let's get let's get our 450 up, running up and down this field here, and we'll get him start cleaning off. There we go. So back in the auger. Looks like we've got a little rust patch there on the side. It might just be dirt. There we go. So I just want to take enough out of this so I can leave it for a moment. There we go, that should be enough. I want to get this parked and put away. So this is our depot for our trucks and trailers. You can see, or you might have seen at the end of the last episode, this was fighting me a little bit as I was trying to turn the corners. This is what I was experiencing with the track challenges, where it was just struggling a little bit. That's a little bit too short, too narrow, that barn, so let's park it in this one instead. Got a little bit of a wider space, and it's a little bit longer as well. There we go. Drop him off there. Don't think I need that for anything else just yet. Oh no, I was going to take the jumper plough back as well, wasn't I? There we go, let's grab the weight. The weight could be useful. Oh, there's our midnight costs. 5,700 running costs. Those aren't an accurate representation of our running costs now, because we have bought some new equipment. We've also sold some equipment as well, and we have more, one more piece to sell here as well. We have to be very careful without the weight driving over there. Now our front end is going to be a little bit light. As long as we don't go too crazy, we should be alright. Where's our combine? We've got time yet. Before he gets to the top, we've got time to get this to the store. Just. There's so many things I think we could factor into this game. In the last episode I was talking about the potential of seed and fertilizer still in seeders or sprayers, etc., being credited to us when we sell a piece of equipment or being able to transfer the seed into a new piece of equipment. How about going along that along the same lines as that? How about the cleanliness of a vehicle affecting the return price as well? If you returned a tractor or a piece of equipment that was all covered in mud, how about that affecting? Oh, we are really, really pushing it. I might have to stop the combine. Yeah, I'm going to have to stop the combine. Where was I? Yeah, how about, the cosmetic appearance of your equipment would affect your resale value. So if you turned up with a piece of equipment absolutely caked in mud, looking battered and beaten, very well used, against a piece that's been thoroughly cleaned and looks sparkling and brand new, because that's what we do in real life. If we want to sell a car or something, we sell a house, we make it look as clean and as perfect as it possibly can be to get the maximum amount of money for it. I wonder if that works in the agricultural world as well. It must do in some shape or form. Be interesting to see if that ever makes its way into the game. I seriously doubt it ever will, or at least not officially. Potentially as a mod in the future. You never know. I mean, if it does happen, it's more likely it's going to be a PC mod and not a console mod. And I don't know how many people would actually use it. It seems like one of those kind of novelty specialty mods. But, just one of those random thoughts that I have from time to time. We are a little bit... Potentially, I think I might have left the thin strip there. Yeah, I did, look. I had a feeling I had done. There we go. Let's get him started again. Let's just drop a little bit of this grain here. There we go. Just make sure we've got, enough space for a full... oh, wait, no, it's going to be 2 tanks worth, isn't it? It's going to be going down and coming back up again. I didn't think that one through. How are we doing for capacity in our truck? Okay, so next trip up is going to fill this thing completely and still leave some in the auger as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll quickly nip back. Once we've parked this at the bottom, we'll nip back and unload what we have now. There is our combine, chewing his way through the grain. And there is our 450, chewing his way through the soil. That's such a cool looking tractor. It's caked in mud already. we go. So we'll park up just here. Let's jump in the truck. Let's take this back. We'll unload it. Then we'll come back and park up again. Oops. Turned a little bit tight there. I'm still having a huge amount of fun on this map. Absolutely love it. I think it's a great map. It's nice and straightforward. It's simple, you know. It works really, really well as a single player map. But it's got enough on there to make it, you know, a good multiplayer map as well. There's certainly enough large fields to have a lot of fun with. You know, I mean, we've got one here already in field, you know, 1/19. You know, when we eventually get enough money to be able to get fields 7 and 8 and combine those together, you know, it's going to cost us around 1.2, 1.3 million to do that without discounting them. And then you got fields 11 and 12 and fields 4 and 5. You know, there's plenty of large fields to be combined. And then you've also got large fields on their own as well, like fields 17 and 18, big fields. Okay, so you can just see through the window the back of the tipper going up there. Okay, so he's almost full. I don't think we're going to make it back there in time. We'll just get ourselves in position to at least pull out onto the road. And we're going to park the truck down the bottom this time, I think. Oh, actually, no, the ground's uneven on that side. It'll tilt. It'll be awkward with this auger because it doesn't have an adjustable pipe. It's literally open or closed, that's it. So we will put it back at the top again. Just take enough out to run him for a little while. There we go. Let's see if we can squeeze out of here. Just about. Not the best way to get out of there. Didn't really think that one through very carefully, but we made it, so it's not all bad. See, our money is ticking down ever so slowly but steadily. We have quite a lot of money though, 94,500. We need to actually throw some of that into the bank. we can at least pay off 50,000 of our loan. That leaves us a little bit of working capital, a little bit of playing about money. And money to cover the continual tick, tick, tick of wages. There's our 450. Hopefully we're not going to be in his way by parking here. Should be fine. Let's just double check as he makes this turn. Oh no, we are going to be in the way. Yeah, we're already in the way, look. Alright, we'll have to reposition a bit further back. And a bit further up as well. There we go. So we should be out of his way if we stay. There. Alright, so let's jump back in the auger. Oh, I needed to buy that Lemken Dolomite, Lemken Gigant as well. No, yeah, Dolomite, not the Gigant. The Gigant is the connecting frame. It's the Dolomite is the plough itself. A little 4-meter straight line cutter for reshaping fields and connecting bits of ground together. That's what we want for now. It's primarily just going to be for sculpting fields. It's going to be a while now before we can afford to buy any fields that are in a position to be connected together. You know, we're talking fields that are around 500,000 upwards, so we would need to have both fields before we could connect them as well. So we're talking about a minimum of 1 million or so before we can, you know, join any more fields together. And it doesn't mean that we can't re-sculpt the edges of our fields that we do own. One of the things I wanted to do was maybe just add a little extra width to this field. Certainly clean up one of the edges a little bit as well. I suppose I could always just rent a plough to do that rather than owning one, but we'll see. I've got plenty of time before I need to make a decision on that. There we go. So unload our auger. Beautiful. There we go. So let's have a look at these cultivators then. The 18-meter Bednar is 18.2. 18.2 meters is 120,000. That's too expensive. I could buy this. This is the largest of the original ones. It's tiny in comparison to the FlexiCoil. That thing is monstrous. but I don't really think we need that. I could get the Lemken, that's 12 metres. Could even go with one of these. You know, the 400 horsepower has always been a bit contentious for me. You know, that this thing would need such a huge amount of power to pull it in comparison to the other ones around it. I mean, look, that's 350 and it's a 14.5 metre one. This one here is a 10.2 metre and it requires 400 horsepower. That's always been a big bone of contention with me, but now that we own a 500 horsepower Big Bud, that's not an issue anymore. I mean, they're all 10 mile an hour operating speeds. I think probably, if we're going to buy one, it would be that one. It's only an extra 9,000, but I was hoping to bank a big chunk of money. We'll get the next harvest out of the way, then we'll reassess and look at buying a seeder, a cultivator, because we might just have the money to just buy this one. This one here, the 18 metre one by that point. I could even get this one potentially, but I wouldn't want to. Not at this stage. I don't really want something that big. It's just so big. It would be an issue. Plus, I want to feature as much Big Bud content on this particular farm series as possible. So our next harvest will hopefully give us enough money to be able to perhaps buy the 120 metre, the 120,000 18.2 metre cultivator. It's only really this field that we need to buy it for anyway at this stage, because I'm more than happy to run the culti plough that we have over the other two fields. They're smaller, less time consuming. I don't mind putting a few hours on the tractor using it on that one there. This one not so much. It's a big long field, and when you're only going at 8 metres width on a field this size, it starts to become a bit of an issue. So we sold that. Let's bank some money. That leaves us with what, 44,000. We're still going to need to seed. We're going to need to refertilise. Yeah, that'll do for now. Oh, I need to play about with my wheel options as well. I can start utilising this one a bit more as well. If I put some care wheels on this, I can start utilising this for spraying as well, or even fertilising where necessary. Oh, he's almost made it to the end. Should have time to get this tractor back to the farm. Just making sure we're not going to get rammed there. A car coming up that side path. So it's been a productive couple of in-game hours. Yeah, we've harvested and sold our canola. We've sold all of our soybeans from the previous harvest. We've almost finished harvesting this set of soybeans. We've sold off some equipment. We've bought in, a big bud. And a new cultivator. And a new seeder. And it's been a very productive couple of in-game hours. It's obviously started back up again already. Stop. I think I can catch the entire field, the remaining width here. Right, so I need this guy up and running really, like, now. Chase him all the way up. Come on, let's get him before he stops. No, he stopped. Nearly made it. Alright, let's just take a little bit out, just to get him moving again. There we go. So he'll not get started again. Oh no, he's completed his task. Alright. Yeah, it's because he's right on this little ledge. I'm going to have to get him all the way back up to the main crop. Come on, you can make it. Right, back in the auger. And now I've got to be really quick, because it's that last little bit of space is going to fill up really, really quickly again. Come on. Come on, pipe, hurry and open. Got him. Alright, so we can just follow him all the way up now. Unload him as he goes. Can we see our 450? No, not yet. It's somewhere at the other end of the field. Let's get a little bit closer. I'm drifting away a bit too much there. There we go. That's a bit more like it. He stopped again. Why has he stopped? I've got a dead patch of... Alright. Looks like we're harvesting manually. There's our 450, look. Just coming into shot now. Let's push him up a little bit further up the field. There we go. He's restarted again now. It's going to make a great screenshot of that. Bing. Taken. So once we've done this, we will clean up after our animals. Those cows have created an awful mess around their food trough. We'll have to clean that up. Still got our 450 to finish this field off. It's going to be a while before he's done. So we've got to store this grain that we've harvested. I think once we've finished this and clean the equipment and put it away, tidy it up after the animals, that will probably be it for this episode. Starting to get a little bit tired now. This is the third episode in a row I've recorded, and I've now been playing non-stop-ish, nearly non-stop, for the last 10 hours or so. I did a lot of recording of footage and play testing of the Big Bud DLC before I started recording these 3 episodes. So it's now 10:05 on Tuesday morning, Tuesday the 9th, as I record this. As you watch it, this will be Friday the 19th, so 10 days from now, this particular episode. There we go, so all finished. We'll go unload. There we go. So while he's doing that, let's fold up the combine, unfold the header, drop the header off. How filthy our combine looks. He's been busy these last 3 episodes. A mad, frantic dash to harvest our canola, followed by this monster field here. He's been a busy boy. Let's cut through the side hedge there. Back onto the main road. And we'll take him home, give him a clean. Might even give him a drink as well. He's used up a fair bit of fuel. I mean, it's certainly not an issue at this stage, but last thing I want to do is get caught out in the middle of a harvest. Has happened once before. You just see through the bushes there. There is the 450 running up and down the field still. We will get some in-camera or some in-cab footage and some hands-on use of that, I do promise you. But for now, we're just trying to get everything kind of reset, ready for the next harvest. get everything sorted and caught up to where it should be. So we'll leave a worker just, running away in that to finish this field off. I think I might put in a second spraying unit in the farm as well. We've got one by the shed where I've been storing my tractors. I might put a second one in by the fuel point. So we've got a couple dotted around the main yard. Or I might actually put one. I might just sell the one that we have and then reposition and put one near the grain dump point along that road there. Oh, we are caught. Let's just reposition slightly. There we go. Ooh, helps to actually look where I'm going. So going forward then, once we have planted our next round of crops, we have one field that's planted already. That's our wheat. Sorry, not wheat, barley. We're probably going to plant barley or wheat on field 20. I'm probably thinking probably more barley. Do 2 fields of barley. We're going to put sunflowers on our field 119. And then we'll change things up for the next harvest after that. Oh, excuse me. I could feel that one sneaking up on me. I was trying to hold it off. Yeah, let's put a sprayer in here. I'm thinking, can I get one in here? Yes, I can. There we go. Oh, look at it. Yeah, it's filthy. Won't take too long to clean. I've seen them in much worse condition than this, but it's nice to be working big fields again. I've done, obviously we're doing a lot of small stuff on Drummard. Combine doesn't tend to get that dirty. Cobra is a big one. Obviously that one does get a bit dirty, but it takes a long time to get to each harvest. We kind of cheated our way through the first, the first 9 or 10 episodes a little bit, in the way that we've done some stuff off camera, and that was purely just simply because of the rush for the DLC, because the update was delayed. With testing issues, it meant that by the time it finally went live, we just didn't have the time to re-establish the farm without doing that. So As much as I didn't really want to, we were kind of stuck. Didn't really have much of a choice. So this will be our combine shed. Let me just drop the header here. The combine parked up. Can't see through the wall. There we go. Where is... Here we go. There's our Puma. And we'll park this header here. And hopefully it won't stick out too much. A little bit there. What's it like at the other end? We can get away with that just. What else do we need to put away? We need to sort the grain out, don't we? So let's take this back. And we'll tip it. And then put the truck away. There's the diner over there. Looks really cool, all lit up like that. And once again, we are almost out of time, so we've got just about enough to get this back unloaded and parked up, and then that's probably going to be all we've got time for. Kind of took that corner a little bit recklessly there. Got to stop doing that. It's a bad habit to get into, and one of these days it's going to catch me out, especially when we start shifting bales. Then it's going to be an issue, because the weight of a bale trailer is just going to go over if I take a corner like that. And they are not fun to try and right when they fall over. Alright, let's give it a quick wash. Probably doesn't need it, to be honest, but we'll give it a quick squirt with the hose anyway. I know the wheels are going to be brown again by the time I actually put it away, but at least this way I know that the rest of the bodywork is clean. There we go. So that's our grain going in. You see our storage is going up. And just like that, we have 100,000 soybeans in storage again. That's fantastic. And if we get 100,000 of soybeans, just imagine how much we'll get when we start working with other grains. You know, the low price, high yield grains like wheat, barley, even corn. You know, we're going to be talking 200,000 tons of corn off that field, give or take. Possibly possibly a little bit more than that for for wheat and, well, probably more than that, I think, for wheat and barley. Alright, there we go, trailer is away, so time for me to ride off into the sunset. Well, I say ride off into the sunset. The sun has set a long time ago. It's way past our bedtime. 1:45. Look, yeah, very, very late night on the farm. So, my farmer's going to run off and hit the hay, so to speak. Thank you for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I will catch you back on the farm very soon.